Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, back with another Flickr photo of the week. And this week's photo is taken by Pierre Bourgault of Montreal. Pierre, how are you?
I'm doing great, Jared. How you doing?
Yeah, see, I said to Pierre I'm doing all right. But I said to him, I expected more of that French-Canadian accent, and it's not there. I was very upset.
I'll try to find a more French-Canadian next time around.
Yeah, I could go for one of those Frenchier Canadians.
No problem.
Yes. Do you know the French-Canadian speak?
I do, but being fully bilingual, it's very hard for me to imitate.
Well, you're doing very well with this whole English thing that's new to you.
Yeah, I learned it like 10 minutes ago, man, so thank you.
Perfect. Did you just download that into the head?
It's actually a translator going through the computer right now. I'm really speaking in French.
Is that the new iMac?
It is.
All right, so let's get to the photo. It's a night shot. Well, why don't I let you explain your photo?
It's a night shot. It's the city line of downtown Montreal. It's not a huge city. We're only about 2 million people. It's actually, to give you a little bit of history behind the photo, the spot that I took this photo from, I had been there before. And last October, my hard drive crashed, and I lost the image, and I really wanted to take it over again. So one day, my wife and I were driving by, and the sun was about to set with that magical blue hour, which is kind of like that 20-minute period of time where the sun just goes down and the city lights all come up. So
you mean the golden hour?
I call it blue because, I mean, the picture's blue, right? So
I guess. I guess that's right after golden hour. It's the blue hour.
Could be.
You called it the golden 20 minutes or the golden 5 minutes? No, wait, the blue.
Sure, it's like the rule of golden, right?
Yes.
It's when the sun goes down, so you have like that 20-minute kind of time period where the sky is still nice. You can get some nice colors out of it, and the lights are on.
Yeah.
So I got there. We were there maybe about 20 minutes, 30 minutes early. So I was snapping some shots, kind of checking out the angle or whatnot. And this is probably one of the 3 or 4 that came out the nicest from the bunch.
And what did you shoot it with?
My camera, which is a Canon 7D.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's true, you're an Nikon guy. We'll save that for the next interview.
That's all right. The 7D, there's nothing wrong with it. It's actually a camera that Canon put out that is probably better at some things than its full pro line is right now.
Yeah.
Autofocusing system. I mean, this isn't. Believe me, Canon's great with their video, and they've dropped the ball on things like the 5D Mark II for photos.
Oh, totally. The autofocus
is crap. Yeah. Right. So anyway, back to your photo. See, I agree with you. The 7D is a pretty cool little camera.
Awesome. I'm liking you more and more. So I typically do my landscapes with a wider angle. I shoot with a 10-22 normally, but for this one I was trying to get a little bit closer into the city to get a little bit more details into the windows or whatnot. So this one was shot with my Tamron 2875.
Really? On a DX you bought a 28-75?
It's great. I mean, I was actually more looking at the price.
It's a 2.8 though, right?
It's a constant 2.8, and it was $500 versus $1,500 for the equivalent Canon 2470.
Yeah, well, there's nothing wrong with that, and yeah, no, I like it.
It gives totally sharp images. No, I can't complain about the lens. So yeah, essentially I set up my tripod. I was pretty down close to the water. Did not have a remote with me, so instead of just hitting the button, I used the 2-second timer to avoid camera shake.
Smart move, smart move.
In terms of settings, ISO obviously the lowest possible, so ISO 100. I believe I was somewhere in the f11 to f13 kind of range, and probably netted about a 15-second shutter speed.
All right, and RAW?
Oh, yeah. I only shoot RAW.
Now, you showed me a separate picture that you did. This is not HDR.
No, it's not.
And everybody knows my feelings on HDR. I don't like HDR, even though a reader just sent me a HDR photo of us at the baseball game. The first week that I did that, where I edit a photo and Greg edits a RAW photo, the guy asked me to send him the RAW file so he could edit it in HDR, and it's pretty damn surreal. It's pretty cool looking, but then again, it still doesn't look real to me. But, you know, this image, I like it much better, your image, than the HDR one that you sent.
Well, the original one, I think I sent you a different one as well because you had asked me what my processing was on this. And I sent you the original, and really, if you can get it right in camera, you can frame it properly, nail down your exposure, and do it right in camera first. You don't need much processing. The only processing I did on this is just like slightly lighting up the sky, and I think I even threw in a little bit of sharpening, and that's pretty much it. I think it wasn't even cropped. I think I just cropped it in camera.
I don't like cropping.
Well, sometimes you kind of need, depending on what you're shooting. But you know what? If you're doing a landscape, you normally have the time to frame it properly. So you know what? Take the time and get it done.
Absolutely correct. Anybody shooting landscape should be able to compose properly in the camera and not rely on cropping later, which, I don't crop anything. But even when I'm shooting fast-moving subjects, I try to get my framing the way that I want it. But that's my personal preference, and that's what I live by, and not everybody has to live by that. And
I'm on your side with that. Get in the camera right, limit the amount of time that you're stuck behind the computer so you can spend more time shooting.
But then I also live by the fact that photography doesn't stop when you press that button. A lot of our personal style and everything comes from how we process our raw files and how you tweak your files. And we all process them differently, and that's part of that whole exercise where I edit a file and then Greg edits a file. Mine tend to be more punchier, and his tend to be a little more on the flat side, but that's just how we both edit files. So
there's nothing wrong. Everyone just has their own style, basically.
Right. And I still equate it to being in the darkroom and developing your file. You should still, go ahead and tweak those raw files.
Oh, there's time to be spent. I mean, I don't know anybody who shoots a RAW and then just exports it straight. I mean, the point of the RAW is just to give you more data, but that's more data to play with.
I bet you there are people out there that do that. They may be French-Canadian.
Oh, hey. Oh, okay. Where's that hang-up button?
Yeah, come on. You can knock on me in Philly. You can do it.
I'm just... No, see, we're nice.
There it is. See? You just told me that I'm not nice. Because I'm an American.
I told you you're not nice in a nice way.
Well, is that because I'm an American or I'm from Philly? Which one?
I think it's just because you're you. I don't want to generalize, but it seems to be like a Jared kind of vibe coming out now. I don't know.
Oh wow, Jared's not nice. That's what I'm being told.
You can, yeah, whatever. I'll just leave it at that.
It's all good. I take it all in good fun.
You can take it, you can dish it, so it's all good.
Oh, jeez. I definitely can dish it, but without sounding...
Not to derail your own interview here, but any other questions about my picture?
Well, yeah, we were going to go there. I don't mind derailing. Derailing's fun.
No problem.
As long as I'm not on the train when it derails. Ding. Yeah. Anyway, so I like how the water is nice and still. What month was this?
This was maybe 3 weeks ago.
Oh, so winter. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, because we are on the other side of the planet than you guys.
Yeah, it's a totally different world.
It was. I just crawled out of my igloo and parked my dog sled right to the side, and yeah.
You guys have that national health care, but
I did have to Photoshop out the polar bear, though. I hope you didn't notice that in the image. I
didn't notice the polar bear. Was it from Lost?
No, actually, it was not.
All right, just checking.
It wasn't one of those jungle polar bears. Actually, the original image that I took last year of this, it was quite a windier day, and maybe I'll send that one to you if you want to see what it looks like, but you can't see any of the reflections in the water except for streaks of light.
Because it rippled.
Exactly. So it was really cool. It was really nice, and that's what I was hoping to recreate, but you know what? You can't really choose the weather when you go down and shoot, so I'll just have to head out again.
Let me ask you, what do you like shooting mostly?
I'd say primarily I'm a urban style shooter, walking down in the city. I wouldn't say I'm just like a street portrait shooter, but really more urban shooter. And I also love doing events. I've been recently getting a lot more into concert photography, but events that are more, candid people. I've done a few weddings where I really focus on doing candid photography.
Sure.
And yeah, I've been loving concerts so far, getting into the vibe of music and whatnot. Always loved music, and my wife sings in a band, so it gives me ample opportunity to take pictures.
And that's where you take your whole urban style of shooting and take it backstage and do the things that other people just don't have access to do.
Yeah, well, if she ever gets to the level where she actually has a backstage and not just the front table reserved for the band, then yeah, I'll definitely be doing that. But
that does
come in stride, right? One thing at a time.
That's true. What are they called?
Retrospecs.
Retrospecs. Is it the 20 or 30?
What do you mean 20? Oh God, is this like a think tank joke?
Think tank joke.
I gotcha. I don't own one, but I gotcha.
For those of you who like Think Tank Photo, please check out thinktankphoto.com where you can buy your retrospective 20 and 30. I don't know. I just threw that in there.
They'll love you for that.
Huh?
They'll love you for that.
Maybe. Yeah. No.
So I pretty much that's about it. I had other ones. I tried shooting cities in black and white, but I don't know. It doesn't always give me the same vibe. It's something like some people have told me they like it when there's muted colors, and other people just love the vibrant colors. You know, with the white balance that you get, like all the different types of light give you all different kind of white balance colors.
Sure.
But I don't know. What do you prefer?
Well, I'm a big fan of black and white, but I think black and white works better during the day, during those, the non-blue hour.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for not confusing me.
I love black and white, but really harsh lighting, I think works really well for black and whites, and probably for cities. But I don't know, because I don't really spend time doing landscapes myself, so I don't know how the landscapes really translate. But I would think that during the I don't even know what time, but just really harsh lighting would probably turn out well.
Probably noontime kind of thing with a strong sun.
Well, I was thinking of like 14 o'clock or something if you're on that military time.
Oh, I understand.
14 o'clock. I don't know if in Canada they're on the military time.
We don't have a military in Canada. We just got a couple of sticks and some angry people.
You have a military? They're called the Mounties or something.
Yeah, that's right. Like Dudley Do-Right, we all come riding down on our horses backwards. That's exactly what we are up here, and then we unleash our evil beavers on people.
I love Canada. Don't get me wrong. I've been to Canada. The women in Canada are very good looking. Is that a good stereotype?
Oh, that's an amazing stereotype.
In Toronto, though.
Toronto sucks.
Well, see, you're from the French Canadian side, and then you have the Torontians who don't like the French Canadians.
Yeah, I mean they're wrong and we're right. We're just better than they are. We're nicer than they are. We're smarter than they are.
Right. So you do want to have your own country.
Oh well, no, not well. I want to have my own country of Pierre, of course. But I mean, I don't want to have like the Quebec country. No.
Oh, I want to stay with Canada. You're not for the Quebecians defecting?
No. The Quebecian liberation. I am not. I'm for a united Canada, all big, happy, smiley people.
And I still can't name the president of Canada.
That's awesome because we don't have a president. So you know what?
Prime Minister.
Great.
I don't know who the Prime Minister is of Canada.
You know what? I don't particularly care to know either, because just like most politicians, I could give a rat's ass.
So anyway, back to photography.
Yeah, that's what this was about, right?
Yeah, but I like getting the world view. It's
from your neighbors up north.
Yeah, from our neighbors up north in Canada.
The 53rd state. Yeah.
Well, you have that healthcare system, and
do you guys have a healthcare system now? I don't know. I don't follow your
as of last week. Today's, when we're recording, is the 29th of September. As of last week, it went into the beginning stages went into effect.
Oh.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens
for you guys.
Well, it doesn't do anything now, but we'll see what happens as the elections come up, because there's a lot of you know what? I don't want to get in. I can't get into a political discussion and give my views.
It's fine when it's about Canada, but not when it's about the U.S.
Well, yeah,
right?
because I don't want to upset. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna go there. I'll draw the line there.
That's cool.
I'm gonna draw it like the Mason-Dixon line.
No idea what that is, but that's good.
Okay, Google it.
No problem, I will.
So we have this cool photo, Montreal. I hope you guys enjoy this discussion of photography and then world politics and all of that good stuff. Shit, you have any questions?
No, I'm pretty much good.
Yeah, what lenses do you not have that you want?
What lenses do? Oh God. Well, while I really do like my 2875 from Tamron, like most third-party lenses, it's kind of slow to focus, especially in low light. And as I've been doing a lot more low light photography, I am waiting for a 2470 2.8 from Canon, the new one that is rumored to be coming out, or has been rumored for the last little while.
Yeah, I love Canon for the fact that they get their lenses so wrong the first time that they need to release version 2 really
It's just
quick.
because it's an old lens. That's all. I mean, they've updated their 7200 2.8 recently, and it came out really nice.
Well,
But the
that was a
price tag was
beautiful
kind of
lens.
high.
Yeah,
I mean,
2200.
the price tag was hitting Nikon levels. I mean, no way. I'll stick with my Canon lenses.
Well, it's 2200 US dollars, and in Canada, it's probably like 2300 now because our money's not worth as much as it used to be.
Yeah, we're pretty close now. That whole money joke doesn't work anymore.
No, it does not.
So yeah, I'm looking for the 2470. I've been shooting with the 50 1.4 quite a bit when I'm doing the concerts, which I'm totally loving.
Yep, it's a nice
I, I,
lens.
I would probably like to go into the prime range, maybe get like a 24 1.4, an 85. But I mean, probably my next step is upgrading to a full frame body. So maybe have two cameras going, but we'll see where that goes. See where the budget is in the next year.
All right, well, that sounds good. All right, so we're going to leave it at that. I'm going to do our outro. And thank you very much, Pierre, for dealing with this banter. And
Well, thank you very much for messaging me about my photo. It's been a true honor and a life's dream to be interviewed by you.
is that thing they call sarcasm?
It may be.
Is that a Canadian? I know. All right, I'm going to leave the Canadian jokes out.
Awesome.
All right, so all you people out there, get your Flickr photos into that Flickr photo group, because maybe I'll call you and talk about the world where you live in, and I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.